Today's show is brought to you by True Classic Tees. Yeah, no, you see what your boy got on. Deke can attest to it as well. These shirts, super duper comfy, but stylish at the same time because you don't want to have to substitute or sacrifice style for comfort. I hate when that happens. But with a shirt like this, man, see the biceps stay a little tight. You say it right.
You got it all.
Still got a little wiggle room right here. So if it is a cheat day or I happen to binge a little bit harder the night before, I got a little play room, baby. And it just looks good. I mean, you can't complain with the drip, drip, drip. All right. But like we always do, we're going to talk about them. You know, we got a promo code. Promo code is MOATS. Use that. You get 25% off of your purchase at True Classic Tees. So do not waste time, baby. Join the club. They got shirts, long sleeve, short sleeve hoodies, and the comfort sweats as well, man. You definitely want to check them out. There's the promo code. Shout out to True Classic Tees. Boy, Mel Kiper had his new mock draft just released. Well, actually released over the weekend. But I figured it was appropriate for us to go look in and see who Mel has us taking this time around. We know the first go around, he had us taking old JPJ at 17. So let's see what he does this time.
Well, I'll just go through.
You start us at the 10 out?
Yeah, I'll go through the top pick all the way. Because he has projections here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like he has trades happening.
Yep.
He's got a lot of activity.
But yeah, he cooking on this
He
one.
says projected trade, Houston moves up one spot to try to secure the quarterback they want. And he ends up taking Bryce Young for the Texans. And then he has the Bears trading down again because Indy's going to go up and get the quarterback they want after Bryce Young's taken. They end up taking C.J. Stroud. Cardinals take Will Anderson. Bears stay put at 4. They draft Jalen Carter. And then, actually, I guess him stock down, kind of.
What? No. He did come back, though. He did.
Wait, I didn't see him test or anything.
He didn't test, but he at least came back. Yeah, he definitely came back, though. I definitely saw him come back. I don't know what he did after that, but he definitely came back. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, I'd say stock down. He didn't do anything at the combine, but just based off the news situation, and reports that came out. Projected trade again. He's got Carolina going up and getting Will Levis trading with. Is this Denver? No. This was Denver's old pick. I'm sorry. They trade with Seattle. This is the Seattle pick they got from Denver in the rush trade. So Carolina goes up and takes Levis at 5. Detroit Lions at 6. They got Gonzalez. Raiders at 7. Devin Witherspoon. He cracks the top 10.
Let's go.
Falcons, Will McDonald, the 4th defensive end out of Iowa State.
Yeah, good player.
At 9, the Seahawks take Anthony Richardson, quarterback out of Florida.
He didn't have the jump.
That would make sense.
Where was he at initially? I'm trying to see if I can pull up the old to see where they had Richardson at during that mock versus where he's at now. Hold on, I might be able to pull it up. Give me a second.
Go for it. I do think that would make sense. If there was a team Richardson went to, Seahawks are going to try to get Geno Smith back.
Yeah.
You get him on a little 2-year deal or something. We talked about it. 2-year deal, $50 million, $25 per. He's obviously not your long-term answer just because of how old he is. But
so he had
if you get Richardson with all that potential, I must do a Patrick Mahomes situation. Yeah. Have him sit behind Geno Smith, see if Geno can replicate this Pro Bowl year. If he doesn't, you move on from Geno Smith. You get Richardson in there next year.
So Mel has them both. He had Richardson going at 9 in both drafts, but the initial draft he had him going to 9 to the Panthers. Whereas now, because of some of the movement, that's where he has Seattle trading up with the Panthers. That's the difference. But he still has Richardson going at 9.
Eagles at 10 take Skoronski. Titans at 11, Paris Johnson Jr. Okay. 2 offensive tackles off the board.
Back to back.
Houston Texans, defensive end Tyree Wilson out of Texas Tech at 12. New York Jets at 13, Anton Harrison.
Yeah, we like him.
Offensive tackle, Oklahoma. Patriots, hoping they found something at receiver here. Jackson Smith and Jigba out of Ohio State.
He the first one off the board?
Yeah.
All right.
Packers at 15 take Michael Mayer. That just makes sense.
He seems like a tight end for the Packers.
That just makes straight up sense.
He fits.
If Rodgers is there or not even, honestly.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Washington Commanders take Darnell Wright, offensive tackle out of Tennessee at 16. 17, your Pittsburgh Steelers. Mel Kiper ain't budging. We take Joey Porter Jr., cornerback out of Penn State.
What'd he say? What'd he say, Deke? What'd he say?
He says, I'm sticking with this pairing from January, with Porter projected to the team that drafted his father in the third round in '99. Even if free agent Cam Sutton returns, Steelers could use a corner. The 6'2" Porter is next on my board. He didn't allow a single touchdown in coverage last season, and quarterbacks just averaged 3.7 yards per attempt when he was the nearest defender in coverage. While I would like to see him come down with more picks, he had 1 in 30 college starts. He broke up 11 passes, so the ball skills are there. Pittsburgh is another team that likely will be hoping one of the top offensive tackles drop here.
All right. Sticking with it, doubling down on it.
I'll just run through the last ones then. 18, Lions take Drew Sanders. 19, Buccaneers take Emmanuel Forbes. I think this was done before he weighed in at 160.
$166.
20 for the Seahawks, they take Myles Murphy out of Clemson. Chargers take Jordan Addison at 21. Baltimore Ravens, Zay Flowers, receiver, at 22. 23, Vikings, Deontay Banks.
Okay.
Cornerback out of Maryland.
Like
Jaguars, Lucas Van Ness at 24. Defensive lineman out of
That's
Iowa.
a dog. He played hard, bro. He played so hard.
Giants get a receiver for Danny Dimes, presumably, at 25. Quentin Johnson. Cowboys, Dalton Kincaid, tight end out of Utah.
Hey, don't rush over this
26.
next one. Don't rush over this next one.
Buffalo Bills at 27 take Bijan Robinson.
Oh, I like that one. That's a dope. How you feel about that pick? You like that one?
I'm trading Bijan in the franchise.
Yo, why? Why you gotta be like that, D?
Trading him immediately.
So if the Bills,
I'll trade him for peanuts too.
if the Bills,
I'm cutting him actually.
if the
I'm gonna cut him.
Bills draft Bijan, you gonna trade him off your game? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be like that, Deke? Why can't we be one big happy?
He's just
family?
not a fit anymore.
Why can't
He
we
just doesn't work. He doesn't work with our culture.
Why can't we be a big happy family, bro? Why you doing that?
I may trade Jordan Addison too if that happens.
Yo,
That one would be tough. That one would be tough
You're
because we still
funny,
have pick
bro.
connections.
you are funny. God, you funny, man.
Bengals get a tight end, Luke Musgrave out of Oregon State at 28. Saints, big time stock up. Darnell Washington, tight end out of
Talk
Georgia
about it.
at 29.
Talk about it.
30, Eagles take Kancey. So they got him at 10 in his last mock draft, and Kancey dropped 20 spots in this one.
Even though he ran way faster and like popped back up on the draft pot, which is crazy.
This might have.
But this is before the draft.
This might have been
this
done
before the
bef-
combine.
Yeah,
This was
yeah.
the 26th or 25th or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 31, Broderick Jones for the Chiefs. And they don't have 32 because we got it and they considered that the second round this year because the Dolphins.
So yeah, man, sticking with the Joey Porter Jr. selection for us. I like it. I still do like it. When you talk about Joey's game, the tape don't lie, man. He's fundamentally sound. He is productive as heck. We talk about one pick and 30 starts, but you talk about 11 PBUs this past season. He gets his hand on that football. And he plays the game like you could tell. He's a former pros kid, a former coach kid. Like, he's very smart, man. The 4.4 he ran, then he ran a 4.5. So for the people that want to take him down, then you focus on the 4.5. For the people that like him, you focus on the 4.4. And that's just kind of how it is with him. I anticipate him running faster even when he goes pro day because like we talked about just the mechanics of it. But yeah, I don't think you can go wrong if you do still do draft Joey Porter Jr., man. He could tackle. He checks every box you want, has the ties. You know we love our bloodlines here as well. And he also has that Penn State connection for all the We Are people out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is it just meant to be at this point?
All signs are pointing
With
there.
all the other cornerbacks, like
Yeah.
Gonzalez,
All
stock
signs are
up a
pointing
little
there.
bit. Yeah. I feel like that's the perfect spot for Porter right now,
Yeah.
like in those teens.
Yeah. It's like we can criticize, oh, he's handsy. Oh, he didn't run 4.3. It's like, is the dude a baller or not? When you cut the tape on, does he produce? He does. Does he tackle? He does. Is he highly penalized? He's not. Is he somebody that you're going to have to worry about in terms of getting in trouble? Nah. He's a dude that checks off a ton of those boxes, and we just so happen.
Peasy got him right.
Yeah, and we just so happen to like his father a ton as well, man. It's just that perfect combination. So I get why Mel mocks him to us. I think if he's at 17, we probably do take him. I wonder. I'm trying to see a scenario where we would pass on him at 17. it would have to be like a Skoronski sitting there. I think if it's if it's Skoronski, a Paris Johnson, an Anton Harrison, I could see them saying, man, we want to go with this offensive line.
I mean, I could see us taking like a Broderick Jones even.
Yeah, even him. Yeah, like I think of like,
and he fell to the Chiefs in his draft.
Yeah,
it just depends on what we want. I feel like the cornerback depth is better than the offensive tackle, so that's why that could make sense.
Yeah,
you get a Broderick Jones with that first pick right there, and then you draft potentially Banks at 32.
Because I'm trying. Broderick.
You can maybe draft Forbes in the second round. You could draft.
I'm trying to look to see when Broderick went in his second mock. He went him at 31 in both of them.
So actually, all right. If Broderick falls off, we can maybe get Broderick at 32. That would be nice. Thing.
I don't feel like we gotta go Broderick at 17. I just don't. If he can get to 32, that's just the game that we gotta play. I think it more so if one of those big 3 tackles that we've been talking about, if one of those guys are at 17, I think that's going to be a little bit harder for us to pass on for a corner because of the depth that you talked about that we both kind of agreed on. It's like we still have corners that can get it done right now.
Whereas, what big 3 you talking?
In terms of the O-line?
Yeah.
I was talking Skoronski, Johnson, and Harrison.
Would you take Jones over Harrison and who's the other guy? Yeah, Johnson.
So the thing is this. Johnson, Paris Johnson Jr., and Peter Skoronski, those are my 2 that I like the most. Anton Harris, I think that he's probably 3rd because of how he's more consistent, more fundamentally sound. The big thing that I have in terms of concern with him was, can he take on the bull rushes consistently? Because I did see movement showing up multiple times on his tape. Broderick, athletic as heck, but I feel like he is the rawest of all those other guys when you just talk about how hard he has to work sometimes because of him not being fundamentally sound. He kind of gets himself in trouble. So that's why I still have him at 4th on that list. But if I'm getting Broderick at 32, I don't mind that because I still think he comes in and he's going to be a heck of a tackle that's going to only get better. I think his ceiling is going to be crazy high because of how athletic he is.
Sure. Would it change if we had... Well, I feel like this new offensive line coach, he's got to be getting some credit here.
No, without a doubt.
I was going to say, if you bring in a Jones, get him under some good coaching. Because, you could definitely see the talent there. There's times where almost those defensive linemen that are going up against him going like a wormhole. They like disappear.
It's crazy. Yeah.
But then he does have some Ule moments where it's just like, there's some leakiness here.
Yeah. But he's athletic, so he can make up for it. And he played at Georgia. That was the other thing. We talked about it, man. Like, with them dudes, it was a crazy talented team, man. They were dope. They had it going. But with Broderick, it's just like, man, even his mistakes, his athletic ability, his raw talent makes up for it in certain instances. So, yeah, I'm still surprised that they have him in those 30 ranges, but we'll see, man, because he plays a position of value. And I think the more you watch his tape, the more people are going to like him.
Right. And like I said, if you like your coaching, you believe your coach can get the most out of him.